Okay, what I've done is I've just drawn a sketch of the view from outside my window with pencil. And then, as you can see, I've kind of already started doing some of the pointillism work. It's mainly bricks that I can see. You've got the kind of front, the kind of brick wall that's my front bit, and then I've got over the road, there's the brick wall, and over there is the building that I can see from my window when I'm doing all my work. So what I'm going to do is just kind of go through, probably not in one video, but maybe in several different videos, doing my drawing. It will probably take me a while, and I think it will take you a while too. So don't try and do it all in one go. I think that might be quite hard. But what I'll do, kind of like with the other one, is just kind of speed things up so you can kind of see how mine takes shape. So I've just started with just the edge of my window frame, which I'm going to do there. Also, just these are what I have. I have those three and these three, four. So that's what my drawing is going to be. It's going to be made up of what I've got here. So it might not look exactly like the photo that I showed at the beginning, but this is the best I can do here. Hopefully you will have access to stuff at home, but I haven't let it stop me either, so I'm just going to do the best I can. Okay, so I'll try and stop talking and just do some work. Yeah, if I had some other shades of red, that'd be really good because all the bricks are going to kind of look a bit samey. When actually, if I look outside my window, there's quite a different lot of shades of red or kind of clay. So that's slightly annoying, but maybe you can experiment with that yourself. I'm going to experiment a little bit with doing a few bits of kind of more darker bits. Now, the only really way I can think about doing that is with a bit of black with what I've got. So let's see how that works. Maybe just kind of make these bits kind of widen out slightly. Maybe do a bit of something down here. Just mixing in some kind of splodges. Splodges. Some different areas of black where, walls aren't always so clean when they're quite old. Maybe that makes it more realistic, perhaps. And I can really kind of add a bit more in those brick joins. Okay, I'm going to pause there and maybe do a bit in a little while. Okay. Okay, back from a quick break. Let's see if we can carry this on. Right, yeah, I set myself a little goal of just finishing off that first bit of the wall. I'm just going to go in and maybe do a little bit of detail around the bits, just like I kind of did down here. See how that looks. Okay, I think I might leave it there for that bit of wall. This bit here is just a weird kind of concrete bit. So it's going to be mainly like black bits of patches of black and white. So I'm just going to go mainly with just black all over it. Okay, that's kind of like my first bit of wall, and we might take another break there. That's been about 20 minutes or so. I would do that, take regular breaks, set yourself a little goal, then go back and do a bit more later. Okay, I've had enough of red for a while. I'm going to try doing a bit more of a different colour. So I'm going to move on to maybe the sky. There's kind of like a building here as well, I didn't notice that. So I'm going to come around maybe this way, do a bit of the sky. So I'm going to use the only blue that I've got. Okay, so there's like some bits that I haven't drawn in yet, which are some trees. So there's like a kind of tree around here, which I'll start drawing in now. There's kind of like a bit of a bush or shrub tree around here, bigger tree up here, and some bushes kind of going down the side. There's also some houses down here, but the perspective is a bit weird, so I'm not quite sure how to draw them yet. I'll kind of figure that out as I go. So let's maybe start with the tree. So I'm just going to do like a kind of bit of an outline in black. So it kind of comes up as like a main. Yeah, because it's in the foreground, it looks tall. But actually, the house is obviously much bigger. And then there'll be some kind of branches going off. And I have to try and figure out how to get some leaves. I think I've got the green highlighter. That's probably the only thing I've got. So we'll see how that goes. And there's a lot more branches, but I'm just going to kind of do a little bit of detail and then try and add some leaves and flesh it out a bit more. It kind of covers a lot of this area of the house. I can't really see. I think there's a window back there, but I can't really see it. Okay, so I'm going to go with the green highlighter for the leaves and maybe add some black in there somewhere. So it's not gonna look exactly like the picture that I've shown you, but it's going to be kind of my interpretation of it with the colours that I have. Yeah, that doesn't turn out so bad. Okay, so next there's a shrub bush kind of thing here, which kind of it's green with some red tinted leaves. So that's quite lucky because I've got my interpretations of green and red. So I'm going to draw that bit next. So it's going to kind of come up around here. There's a tree over here as well, and that might be just like the finishing touch of it, and I'll do the rest. There's some bits here that are in shadow, so I'm going to try and use the black to help create that. Okay, and then finally there's another tree here. It's kind of similar to that one, so I'm going to just kind of do the same sort of thing. Kind of covers the whole of the window from where I am. Now I've just realised actually that you can kind of see some of the sky through those leaves. So I'm going to try and fill in like these little bits of gaps with sky as well. See what happens there. Yeah, I think it's looked at pretty good so far. Okay, probably going to go with the big house there in front of me. Just a bit scared of all that red again. Kind of wish I hadn't done something that's all brick. So let's start with So the roof has kind of grey blackish slate tiles, so that's what I'm just going to use my black. Although there's a bit of like, if you've seen the picture, there's kind of like an orangey lichen on top, or moss. So I'm going to try and use a bit of the orange highlight as well to do that. Okay, so there's actually the shadow of this chimney kind of goes across there. So I'm going to see if I can kind of create that. So it kind of goes down like this. Actually, there's quite a bit of shadow going down here too. Okay, let's do this. So this is kind of a brick as well. Okay, let's do some of that moss or lichen that's kind of at the top there. It's very right at the top. It's kind of dotted around down. It's more random. So kind of go down. Okay, I'm just going to kind of try and do all the other bits around here and then do that wall. That's kind of like the same brick as the rest of it, but it's in shadow, so I've kind of tried to do that there. Okay, so I think that's like most of that top bit done. I've just got this big massive wall. Kind of looking really closely. There's some like whitish bricks and some black ones and some darker red ones. I've only really got this red and this black here, so just gonna do what best I can with those. But then it should be finished, nearly there. Okay, so getting some way through the wall there. There's a bit of a shadow around here. Not sure from what, but I'll get that drawn as well. So that was quite hard towards the end, but that is all the kind of main bits done. So what I'm going to do is just add a little bits of detail where I think I can. Some of the blocks I know are a bit more black, so I'm just going to pick like a few here, and maybe just go over them. I'm not going to try and recreate exactly what the wall looks like because I can't count the blocks from where they are, but I'm going to just try and add in a few more darker blocks just so there's a bit more realism and it's not just a kind of red wall, although it is a red wall. And then just spend some time just adding in all the details really. And there's like kind of a shadow over here. In fact, I'm going to do that now. So that's kind of goes around. Must be a tree from behind my house, I think. So I'm just going to add that shadow in here. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop there before I ruin it in some way. So yeah, that's it. That's taken me a couple of hours over 2 days. So that's how it might take. It might take you times. I'm doing it in kind of like 10-minute blasts. So doing 10 minutes, then doing something else for like 10 minutes, then coming back doing 10 minutes and so on. That might be the best way to do it. If you've got felt tips, again, I'd recommend using those. Maybe avoid doing a view of bricks because that got quite tedious towards the end, even though I was really enjoying it to start with. There you go. Yeah, hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to seeing your pieces. Please post them to the class dojo or email them to me. I'd love to see it, and maybe try and create a little gallery somewhere. Okay, bye bye.